They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. The last time I made a video on Kratos was 11 months ago, and that is just unacceptable. God of War is one of my top 5 favorite franchises of all time, and I've always wanted to do content on it. So in today's video, we're going to see if Kratos could survive inside Doom's hell. We're gonna go through Kratos from God of War 4, because if we use Prime Kratos from God of War 3, the task would be pretty easy, in all honesty. Kratos is on his prime on God of War 3, and despite he having the power to overpower Hercules, Kronos, and Atlas, he also has items that he got from other gods that make him even more overpowered. But you want to know what's even more overpowered? That's me when you subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. We're nearing 100k subscribers every single day. And if this video reaches 5k likes, I'll play Doom 2016 on a church until a priest kicks me. Let's begin. Let me begin by saying that the gameplay mechanics always differ from the lore of the game, especially in games like God of War. For example, Hermes in Greek mythology can run up to supersonic speeds, that being 1200 km per hour, and can fly just below the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per second. And yet in God of War, he's shown to run like 10 times faster than your average human being. And the same applies to God of War 4. Kratos has battled in the past, and battles, or in this case, plays with the gods of Midgard. Yet he can die against these little minions, trolls, etc. In terms of gameplay design, it wouldn't be cool and fun to be able to move at supersonic speeds and pretty much one-shot every enemy you encounter in the game. So of course that in gameplay, everything is going to be scaled back significantly. Another thing I see a lot is that people say and argue that we shouldn't take the story and events of God of War seriously or literal, and they of course are incorrect. Developers of Studio Santa Monica have stated that every single department working on the game, from the perspective of the lore and writing, work together as a single entity, so that there are no plot holes and inconsistencies within the lore of the game, and the power of our main character itself. So we can definitely take this story and the events that happen as literal as we can. Anyways, now that we have that out of the way, let's begin on just how strong is base Kratos in God of War 4. There are multiple scenarios where Kratos demonstrates his raw strength. One is where he lifts Tyr's temple, and the other where he moves a giant bridge. Tyr's temple is where you can travel to all the 9 different realms of Yggdrasil. Kratos needed to turn it over because of the plot, and he decides just to lift it and throw it. It's said that Tyr's temple has the weight of the 9 realms of Yggdrasil, the heavens, and the branches of the world tree. I couldn't find exactly where that is stated, so I'm going to leave it like that. What's true in fact is that Kratos lifted something this big and turned it around. The work needed to do this feat could easily surpass the millions of joules to pull it through. He also pushed the bridge that, according to my Prince and Sunshine, Cory Barlog, had a weight of over 1 million tons. He pushed the bridge for over 30 meters, and the amount of work or force needed to pull that feat is of this kind of joules. And that is just insane, even for a god. In Greek mythology, Hercules sustained the weight of the entire world for days, and also sustained the weight of the heavens for 1 day straight. Kratos did not only do that in God of War 2 and survive the strength of Atlas, he also overpowered Hercules in strength and killed him. Kratos' raw strength is overpowered, and I think that he is actually stronger in God of War 4, it's just that he has less items or hacks in this one. His speed and reaction time is also no joke. He scales with Hermes in terms of speed. Hermes was the one who delivered the dreams of everyone on Greece, and he also led the souls of the undead to the underworld. He runs at supersonic speeds, and even though he moves at that speed, Kratos kept up with him and killed him, scaling Kratos to have at the very least speed of sound movement. In God of War Ascension, Kratos was basically at his weakest point in terms of power, and he still managed to dodge the lightning strikes of the warriors of Zeus. And you might be thinking, well, Kratos is basically overpowered. He's not even the god of strength, speed and blah 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 blah, yet he's even more powerful than any god or titan that has ever lived. And there's a good reason for that, one that I will explain shortly. Kratos has shown many times that his endurance, vitality and durability are some of his stronger points. Firstly, he is immortal, he will never die of age, and if he dies, he can just come back from the underworld, or Helheim in this case. He has received multiple, if not dozens of punches from Baldur, punches that can put to sleep the world serpent. In Norse mythology, when Thor and the world serpent fought, they shook all of creation and created a splinter on Yggdrasil. In other words, they fought so hard that they almost doomed their own dimension and existence. And Baldur was able to beat the world serpent and put him to sleep with just 3 punches. So scaling back to Kratos, Kratos has endured the attacks of a god that can put to sleep a monster that shook creation itself. If a normal human being was hit by that, they will just vanish out of existence. Not even blood will be spilled. Even after fighting Baldur multiple times and finally killing him at the end, Kratos was able to regenerate from his wounds. Sure, maybe he didn't lose his head or an arm, but every injury he sustained, he regenerated from it. Even at the events of God of War 4, and even when Kratos' ass was handed to him by Baldur, Kratos was holding back for the sake of his son. And also because he didn't want to go back to his old, murderous and rage-filling days. That's why people think Kratos is weaker in God of War 4. But that's further than the truth. There's a big reason why Kratos is just so strong. In Greek mythology, Kratos is a divine personification of strength and power. Studio Santa Monica obviously used that as a reference for why Kratos is just so overpowered. His existence itself is being just overpowered. No matter what he does, he can just power through. He is the god of war for a reason. Doom's hell does not work like the underworld from Greek mythology, or Helheim from the Norse mythology. Those are just realms that exist in their respective mythology. But in the story of Doom, Hell is an interdimensional conqueror, a dimension that stretches to infinity, and has the demon power to invade and conquer different realms, dimensions, universes, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I know that I am repeating myself, but it is for the sake of the video, so please forgive me. Hell became even more powerful when they acquired Argent Energy from heaven. Argent Energy is stated to be a divine energy source of infinite possibilities, and Hell, using dark magic and the likes, further enhanced its demonkin and the weapons and devices they use. We can say that every single demon that we see in the universe of Doom is from another dimension, and the only dimensions that have been stated that were conquered and assimilated by Hell were both Titan's realm, which now contains demonic titans with immeasurable power, and the Thanos realm, which contained the almighty Argadon hunters that were used to hunt the Night Sentinels and the Doomslayer in the Unholy Crusade. We still do not have confirmation in this, but some concept illustrations for Doom Eternal have shown how Hell operates when they are invading another race. They use their souls to power their devices. And by souls, I mean the souls of humans, and even some to create more hellspawn. They also turn into demons the weak-minded humans or creatures that roam around the planet or realm they are invading. And they can even corrupt certain minds from the realm to do what they please, as shown with the UAC cult, which further enhances Hell with the technology, and even created some of the strongest demons with humans, which are the Revenants. To put it simply, Hell is a world-ending calamity. As shown in Doom Eternal, it can bring genocide and extinction to every realm it engulfs. Its plane stretches to infinity, and there's an infinite amount of demons inside of it. How do I know that there is an infinite supply of demons in Hell if it has never been stated before? Well, the Doomslayer has been fighting Hell for eons. 1 eon is 1 billion years, and the Doomslayer began his rampage on the first age. Right now we are on the 4th age in Doom Eternal, and we can suppose that 1 age is 1 eon. So basically, the Doomslayer has been fighting demons non-stop for over 4 billion years, and the demons never stopped coming. But now, can Kratos survive inside Doom's Hell? One that is infinite and has an infinite supply of demons. In God of War 4, Kratos fights monsters that do resemble some of the demons from Doom Eternal and Doom 2016. Like the trolls, they do resemble the height of the Baron of Hell, and they are even bigger than them too. Maybe Kratos doesn't have a shotgun like the Doom Slayer, but he has his Leviathan axe and the Blades of Chaos. And if he has no weapon, he has his fists, which are basically his most powerful weapon ever. His strongest attack is Spartan Rage for a reason, and he only uses his fists. The problem with Doom's Hell is that it is a constant state of battle, and even though Kratos is immortal, he can still die if he gets pretty wounded. Although he can just regenerate his wounds, he still uses his own energy and vitality to do that, and we do not know if he needs nourishment to live. I mean, he's a god, and in previous God of War games have shown gods drinking and eating. Do they do that because of pleasure? Or do they really need to eat and drink water to live? The gods are divine personifications. Some of them shouldn't need to do it. And I can think of several titans that do not eat in God of War, and one of them is Atlas. He's chained up, sustaining the weight of the entire world. When does he eat? We do not know. But still, I think that Kratos does survive in Doom's Hell. He can level an entire island with just one punch, and nothing that is on Hell can come close to be danger to him. Not even the almighty Titan. Kratos has fought Titans before and won in every single battle. One thing I think will happen is that the constant battle will wear Kratos down. But I will let you decide on that note. It's a guess from me. And so okay Spartans, that's all I had for today. I had a lot of fun making this video, I really did, but my brain hurts. I love when I do videos on Kratos, and I am really thinking on doing more videos on God of War. So please let me know if I should do them down in the comments section. This video was brought by my amazing supporters on Patreon. If you want to further support the channel, then visit my Patreon and you decide what to do. These projects are all thanks to them, in all honesty, like they do carry my channel. And if you want to see the crazy things I'll be doing for Christmas, then follow me on all of my socials. All the links are going to be down below. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on Friday. I love you. Bye. Mwah.